So we are going to check out this house that fell out of escrow
That could be a really good fit for one of our clients.
because it had mold.
That's not why it could be a really good fit.
Oh, yeah, no. It
That's-
fell out because it had mold. It could be a fit for one of our clients who's looking for more of a deal. I want to come because if they don't buy it, maybe I'll buy it because I have experience with mold. I hear mold, I hear gold because everyone's so afraid of it. If that had mold, you either spray chemical on it or you rip it off, you put new stuff. Like mold is just mold. So I'm really interested in what this opportunity may or may not be.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a super moldy house?
No, I have not. And until I worked with you, I always was like, that's bad. You don't buy anything
Oh.
with mold. You
I was like, until you work with me.
you're dusty and moldy. So generally people who aren't in the know think that that's an immediate no. And you should not even consider it, not even look at it.
We have to see if the listing agent will let us show this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that we're going to be able to show you the inside, but let's see.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a minute.
Where was it real bad? Just the cabinetry mostly.
It's like that corner of the house.
But it's not like the walls are not like that though.
To invest in carpet like this, given the condition, is concerning. Right?
I bet you if I pull this carpet up right here, all over there is gonna be dark.
Like what are they covering up?
We couldn't show inside for fear of damaging their client's outcome, but we can stand here and talk about it, right?
Probably the best yard out of the whole cul-de-sac.
The
You could fit a
flag.
whole nother house. Let's see, this is what they're selling it. It's under $1 million now, 9 something.
Yeah, but it's still overpriced. The
Sure.
roof doesn't look that
From
bad.
this angle, it doesn't look that bad.
I'm just wondering where the water is catching. AC is a likely culprit. You have beams, so why would the AC leak
Right.
to that corner?
We like it and it's cool and the neighborhood's nice and the yard's huge. There's also who can buy it. Do you have cash? Are you an investor?
Yeah.
Or are you beholden to financing regulations?
If I'm the listing agent, who am I willing to sell it to?
Right.
That's-
I
who
want
am I
to
willing
sell
to
it
get
to
into
cash.
escrow for?
Yeah, I'm trying not to fall out of escrow again. We're walking down the street and there just so happened to be somebody outside. So it's a good opportunity to talk story, to see like, hey, did you happen to know them? Did you have a friend who lived there and did they complain about anything? Neighbors are a gem when it comes to real estate because one, you get to see what the neighborhood's like, but also you can kind of learn the history of the house sometimes. I love a nosy neighbor at an open house too because then they're, oh yeah, no, they had dogs, you know. Oh yeah, I had one leak over there last year. Oh, it's all real humbugs.
I went and talked to the neighbor. I actually didn't learn anything on this one. We have had fruitful conversations like that. Like, where can I find my angles? What can I discover, whether it be for my clients or for myself if I'm buying? Sometimes neighbors, hey, you know.
Oh yeah.
And that tells you a couple of things. Tells you it's a gossipy ass street, or you just got one neighbor like that, and also may reveal other things. If there's an opportunity for that, we take it and we try to discover for you. On one hand, it's like, oh, you're in Hawaii, it's supposed to be beaches, and now you're in the city paying for parking. Yes, irritating. Guarantee our dads or it would be like, in my day. But I also lived in San Francisco, where in a district like this, in the middle of the week, it might cost you $40 an hour to park. So $2 for 2 hours, not bad.
Well, we already talked about how I'm a cold sandwich person more than a hot sub or hot sandwich person. However,
I would say you're a picky ass person.
correct, but it was good. Are we doing like 1 out of 10?
How many shakas out of 5 shakas?
Oh, 5 shakas, 4 shakas.
4 shakas.
Yes. I have to minus 1 shaka because this is gonna be like weird for other people. They'd be like, why would you complain about there being too much chicken? Like the ratio of the
No,
chicken.
I understand.
The ratio of the piece of chicken was really big for the amount of other things that was in it.
You
like,
need more bacon to balance the
yes.
chicken out.
Yeah, I would have liked a little bit more bacon. 1 chihu down.
I appreciate the delivery on the stainless steel.
Yeah.
We only got one size because refills are free. Utz chips, a little different chip.
Is it Utz?
Utz.
I was thinking Oots for some reason.
That's just one Hawaiian. One Hawaiian would say Utz.
Oots.
Let us know in the comments. Is it Utz or Utz? I'm pretty sure it's Utz. I feel like if I would have ordered the Nashville fried chicken, I would have.
He really
Be
was
closer to
regretting
5.
the whole time not getting the fried chicken sandwich.
But to the point being is, in Hawaii, we have this kaka'ako, foodie, diverse. I mean, just the people that were just walking by, it's just
super diverse.
super diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stay away from demographics. And if you were in the right season of life, super cool place to live.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this moldy place. Because there's really no such thing as a place that you wouldn't buy. It's just, would you buy it for the right amount?
Right.
They're overlisted. They're listed too close to what the after repair value or the fair market value after repairs would be. Call that ARV in investing terms. The way you underwrite the deal is basically how much would it be worth, how much would it cost to fix it, and then leave some meat on the bone and go under that even some more. If it's just light repairs, light work,
Yeah.
and someone really wants it for a retail living situation, not much meat on the bone. It might be worth $1 million, needs 100,000 in repairs, and it's literally gonna sell for 900 or maybe even a little more. because someone just needs to be there. I don't think the market and that asset demands that right now. It's a matter of like, for how much would I buy it? I want to buy it. I might write an offer. Only if our clients can't buy it or won't win. I don't want to be competing with our clients.
Better do it fast.
So
I
like-
thought it was going to be much worse, honestly. The mold.
Yeah. Is it because my mold pictures are your frame of
because that
reference?
one was bad.
We bought this super moldy place, my partner and I. Shout outs to Jordan. Hey, how's it, guys? I'm over here at the flip. When the remediation experts came to assess the job, they said, I've never seen worse. I may have seen as bad a mold as this, but never worse. These look like they're actually rat bites, but yours are rats. I'm at Jim from Service Master, making this place cleaner than a hospital. The rule with drywall is that if there's mold up to here, you rip out the drywall 12 inches above, I believe.
Okay.
Whatever it was, we went further, like 24, 36 inches. We ripped out extra drywall. And I remember Jordan being like, it's not indicated, it's not necessary. Why would you pull out more drywall? And I was like, I'm an agent, I just have to be extra conservative.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, we're here on day 12 of the project total. 3 days of remediation, and now we're having environmental risk analysis. We have Carol Ann here testing the air and also doing tape tests to test the walls in different areas for any mold or moisture evidence, and we'll get a clean stamp of approval and move forward with the project. They do an air sampling, air, close it, and then how many parts per million of mold. Or the inside had less mold than the outside air, and the industrial hygienist still failed us.
Really?
So then we had to go back and remediate further. You know, it's costing us time. Our contractor's like, well, now it's gonna, you know, mess up our other job. He was like, I understand it's cleaner than outside, but given the scope of this project and how moldy it was, I want it even closer to perfect, like closer to 0 parts per million.
Yeah.
I think it was like outside was 80 and inside we had it at like 12 or 15 parts. I forget. It was cleaner inside than outside, and they're like, but I want it even cleaner. So we had found one of the strictest industrial hygienists that you can find, and he certified it all clean. Now, most investors wouldn't do the industrial hygienist component and delay themselves days and cost them more money. But as an agent, if I were gonna flip a property, documentation. It was like new construction kind of clean. Cleaner than your house at home has had some level of moisture and had some living in. This place was super clean. Mold, like how dangerous is mold? I've had clients that are like, oh no, mold, you don't know me, I'm super sensitive. The black stuff in your bathroom, that's mold too. Decomposing organic matter, it's your skin and your oil and oils from the soap.
What about like mildew
Mold
versus
is
mold?
mold.
It's like when I see something, I'm like, it's mildew.
Well, what's the difference?
I don't know. That's why I'm like, what is
I remember
the difference?
asking the remediation guy, and he's like, same thing. He also said, here's the thing, everyone's afraid of mold, but if I put mold in a glass jar, close it, and put it next to you, it can't get you. People will have like, oh, there was some mold behind that wall, and all of a sudden like throw away the whole house. I would never live in that house. But his point was like, you could put some mold behind a piece of drywall and I could sleep in that room, like it can't get me. Now, if it's coming through the drywall, it's different, right? Another misnomer when it comes to mold, black mold. Ooh, black mold. People say black mold, which is a misnomer. There's no such thing. Yes, mold is typically almost always black. However, black mold is not a technical term. What they're talking about, and I'm not a remediation expert.
What do you mean, like advanced mold?
There's a strand that is very dangerous, Staphylococcus, I believe is what it's called. If you walk in a house and you see mold, you treat it as if it's Staphylococcus either which way.
Right.
You don't go swab it, send it to the lab, and like, oh, it's not Staphylococcus?
No,
oh,
we're just gonna leave it then.
I'm not gonna wear a respirator then.
Yeah, you're just gonna remediate no matter what.
You're gonna remediate, use the same chemical, or remove the drywall, either which way. If you're looking to sell a property and you're watching this channel and you have black mold, you think Staphylococcus, sell it to me. I'll buy it for the right price, right? Or call me so that that fear doesn't cost you more money. We'll make sure that that fear is removed to the level it needs to be and that we sell your house for more than you perceive it to be worth, right? So mold is just mold. That house had mold. My bigger concern with that house is it's less obvious where it's coming from.
That was like the one thing that was a little bit interesting to me is I couldn't like immediately tell, oh, there's a leak here. Or like, or the plumbing is bad, therefore there's a leak here. We could clearly see where it was, and there were like theories of like what could have been, but it's not obvious. So it's like, where is that coming from?
The mold leak in the place that I purchased was from rodents. Did Aiden say something about rats?
He did, but he just mentioned like how the palms are all resting against the house.
Oh, so they can leap to the house. Here's the thing, rodents eat through PEX plumbing PEX plumbing is like it's like a hula hoop, a long spool of hula hoop that you can run throughout the attic and get hot water and cold water from that point to that point without these tight soldered copper angles. Kind of run it through, clamp it down, run it through, clamp it down. Great for a lot of reasons. Easy, cheap, pliable. You don't have to deal like solder failing and pinhole leaks the same way. If you live in a place where it's cold, PEX plumbing can, when it freezes, it can expand a bit. On the negative side, it's plastic.
And a rat can eat it.
And a rat can eat through it. Rats, especially when poisoned with rat poison, it dehydrates them. They'll chew through to the point where their mouth's bleeding to get water because they're dying to get the water. Maybe that's it. Maybe where, now I'm thinking about it, maybe up there, because there is the bathroom nearby.
Yeah.
Maybe the PEX plumbing runs up, runs into the attic, rats had chewed through.
Yeah,
and it causes leaking right there. But
it would cause it to go that way and down because the ceiling looked fine.
I would love that. Because you just replace the PEX plumbing. It's just, and the whole system's not eaten through.
Yeah.
So you replace parts of it, runs of it. That's where money's made, right? A stock market, housing market, when there's fear present, but you have an educated reason not to be afraid, there's margins for you to gain. What's the thing I always say if we're gonna spend money?
You always say it because I can't think of it right now.
Always say it. You're gonna know.
Is it juice worth the squeeze?
Is it juice worth the squeeze?
I actually almost made a mug of that for your birthday one year because you say it so damn much.
So when we're looking at this old moldy house with bust up cabinets and smell, and then you're gonna go spend $2,000 on new carpet throughout?
Yeah.
Why?
When you were talking rats, I was thinking, oh, it didn't seem like a house that has rats. You know what I mean? Because like I've been in a house with rats and things are all like chewed up on the bottom.
Right.
Like the carpet and the edging of the carpets are all chewed up. And now I'm like, maybe they replaced the carpet because it was chewed up.
I gave an example. I was like, you have a really ugly monster thing. Like an ogre.
Yeah.
An ogre. You have an ogre, but you want to present it. Do you go like spend a lot of money on like lipstick? Is that gonna change anything? Probably not, right? But in any case, doesn't matter because you underwrite that deal to leave meat on the bone for surprises.
Yeah.
And you could be in that house in a couple of weeks after buying it. So, if you want to know where the food spots are, just keep watching every week, hit subscribe. We'll continue to visit those. Or let us know what food spot you want us to hit.
There you go. Leave us in the comments. Where should we eat next? But also call us. Go to CourtTeamHawaii.com and call us for real estate needs because that is why we're here.
Yeah.